Yo, what's good, everybody? Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you, Mackenzie, for stopping here. Julie, Twist, Punks. Let's see who else commented. I know Courtney commented a few minutes ago. Good friend of the show, former guest. She's traveling between catches right now, so she may not be as responsive, but shout out to her. Let me see. Thank you guys for stopping by and coming in to allow me to interview my guest. I'm going to give it a couple minutes, let everybody come in, and then I'm going to kick it off. He's going to be here in just a few minutes, but he wanted me to go ahead and start things off. So I'm going to address some things before I interview him, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. Um, hey, how's it going? How's it going, Nat? Hey, Lori. Thank you for coming in tonight. Hope everybody's having a good day. I know some people got to go back to work tomorrow, so it's back to reality. I'm off tonight, tomorrow, so I've got tomorrow off. And guys, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe, please, so we get more people. And go ahead and plug his channel too as well. Thank you so much. Hey, Marissa, how you doing tonight? I got your email the other day. I haven't responded to it, but I will do that tomorrow about your the guest that you had in mind. So I will definitely be reaching out to him. Oh man, well, definitely keep you in prayers, punks. I know a little bit about the situation, so I'll definitely keep you in prayers about your kidney surgery, man. Hopefully, you can get better and, um, you know, you get better, man, and things improve, man. I feel bad for you, man. We're definitely keeping you in our prayers. No, yeah, I'm horrible. Like I said, best way to reach me is Instagram. I'm horrible at responding to emails, but I will do that tomorrow. Just give it a couple more minutes. He's gonna come on. I'm gonna address some things before he comes on, just so he can have as much time as he feels necessary. Like I said the other night, this chant, or excuse me, this interview is gonna be no drama involved. There's no drama from any channel whatsoever. My mods have my permission to do whatever's necessary to make sure this interview goes as smooth as possible. I want you to show him the same respect as you would me or any of my other guests that I have on. Like I said, I have no bias towards anybody in any group. My vision for this channel is much larger than the predator hunting group. So I'm not going to let this affect future guests that might come on and see this and they don't want to come on because of the um, experience they see tonight. So that's not going to happen. We're not going to have drama. We're not going to have people fighting in here. Like I said, my mod's got my 100% permission to do whatever's necessary. I just got the notification that he is ready to go. So, like I said, um, show him the same respect as you would me, and I want this thing to go as smooth as possible. What's up, man?
Shit. What's up, dude?
What's
I
up,
should
man?
have headphones for this. Am I echoing?
A little bit, but I can hear you fine. I think everybody. What's up, Hope? I'm glad you finally showed up to one of my streams. I'm excited. How you doing tonight?
Pretty good, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. I just addressed the elephant in the room. I want the interview to go as smooth as possible. So, like I said, we're going to show you the same respect as anybody else, and there's not going to be any drama involved from any channel whatsoever. That's not what it's about tonight. I want people to get to know you as a person and not have the drama from the other channels involved. So, how you been doing today, man?
Pretty good, man. Just enjoying my Sunday, bruh. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, man. Just had the day off, just been running some errands, and then we're excited about this interview today.
Yeah. What's up, Marissa? It's good to see you.
Marissa,
Rod, hey, Rod. Hey, Rod. How's it
Rod's,
going, buddy?
Rod's a good friend of mine too. Hey, no, you're not the elephant in the room, PPF. That's not you at all. Um,
Courtney's in here. Hi,
Courtney, she's
Courtney.
traveling between catches right now, so she may not be as active, but she is in here. Um, what's up, Cons? Good to see you, buddy. Haven't seen you in a few days. Robin is in
Hey,
here.
Nat. I talked to Nat today.
Oh, you did? Yeah, she's
It's cool.
awesome. So, like I said, go ahead and like the stream and share it so other people can join in. Um, First and foremost, I want people to get to know you. Like, you from California, right? Have you been there your whole life, or?
Yeah, unfortunately, I was born and raised in Southern California in the desert. And then I've lived in Northern California for about since I moved out. I moved out at 18 years old. So one of my 7 years I've lived up in Northern California. Holy fuck, man. It's a long time now that I say it out loud.
Yeah.
Feels like I've only lived in Northern California for a few years, but 7, Jesus Christ. I'm about to fucking transition to a Northern Californian, I guess. I need to get myself a fucking North Face sweater, like all the other hippies up here.
So, is it like two different places?
Yeah,
Pretty
pretty
much.
much, man. Northern California and Southern California, they kind of have a rivalry against each other,
Mm-hmm.
I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know what it is. Northern California sucks. That's all there is to say about it.
Is it not your thing?
No, it's not my thing. But
What made you move? You just wanted to change the
uh,
scenery?
I was when I got out of high school, I joined the Coast Guard, and when I joined the Coast Guard, I got stationed in Alameda, which is right across the bay from San Francisco. So when I got out of the military, I went to trade school and just got a job right back. Staying up here. I'm trying to leave. I'm trying to leave the state in general, but
No.
if I had to live in California, it'd be back in Southern California. Hey, everyone, I'm in San Diego. That's where I went to trade school, Joe. I went to trade school in San Diego. I'm originally from Corona, California. I live in Sacramento now, and I've lived all over the place in Northern California as I have lived up there.
No, Wes, I am allowed to go to the interviews. Nah. I appreciate the comment, but nah. That's not me. I will.
Rod's in SoCal. I know that.
Huh?
Rod Plum lives in SoCal.
Yeah. That's good to know. So, did
Shake
you?
Valley's a freaking hippie in Oregon. But what's up?
So did you served in the military? Thank you for your service, by the way. How was that experience?
uh, I mean, it was fun. I made good friends while it lasted. My experience kind of sucked. My unit kind of sucked. My unit no longer even exists anymore. They shut it down because it was a worthless unit. But my experience in the Coast Guard was fine. It was fun. I made a lot of good friends. I traveled to a lot of cool places. My unit sucked. It was worthless. That kind of was a downer. But at the end of the day, it was fine, man. I made some of the best friends I ever made in the military.
That's cool, man. So you get to see different places. You get to travel a lot.
Uh, I worked at a land unit, so the only times I got to travel was so I worked on these big ships called national security cutters, which are the biggest cutters in the Coast Guard. And when they weren't, they were two home bases for these ships. They were either in Alameda, California, which is where I worked at, or there was another home base in Charleston, South Carolina. So when there wasn't any ships in Alameda, I'd get sent over to Charleston, South Carolina, and that was always a fucking. We'd always get in a lot of trouble over there. That's definitely a party town, but just basically back and forth between Alameda and Charleston.
So this is like a college town, so there's nothing to do but
Yeah,
drink and
Charleston to say the least.
yeah,
Yeah. Charleston is dangerous.
yeah. I'm a huge college football fan, so I know all about the college towns, how they can get crazy and stuff like that. What's up, Dabs? Thank you for stopping in. Thank you, homeless, for stopping in.
Homeless? Are you still homeless? I'm often wondering about that. I just looked through his channel the other day, actually.
I think he legitimately is homeless. He told me a little bit about his story early on. I don't know much of the
That's
details,
someone you
but
need to fucking bring on.
I told him that he's gonna be my guest in the future. I told him definitely wanted him on. But yeah, subscribe to him. One of my mods can go ahead
Yep,
and
still homeless. Nice. Where? Somewhere warm, I hope.
he's in Seattle.
Oh, in Seattle? Okay.
I can tell you, he's not too far from where your vicinity. Thank you,
Yeah.
Gap. So, what got you into the Predator community?
What did? Dude, the first, how I originally got involved was because of Alex.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure. It was a long time ago. I used to go by a different name. My original channel said my original name on it, which I took off later in the future. But I used to follow Alex way back in the day, and I mean, I still recognize these names from where I used to comment. Like Strikes has been there forever. Fucking Stagtown Stoner has been there for fucking ever. Loki has been there for fucking ever. I used to drop bombs like huge. I don't know if anyone followed Alex for a long time, but I used to be a big donor of his. I would come by and drop $69.69 like all the time, and I would just be like, boom, 69.69, boom, 69.69, boom. I would drop up to like $500 worth of donations in a fucking night on Alex's old streams back. I know it was stupid of me. Like I didn't even have that money at the time. I was a fucking. It was 2 years ago. I'm only 25, so I was an idiot 23-year-old drunk as shit. This is fucking 69.69. But anyways, yeah, I just started dropping these massive donation bombs, and then Alex said he needed an editor, and I was like, "Yo, bro, I'll do it." And he was like, "Oh well, I know you. You fucking donate $69 all the time." So we started talking, and I started editing for him. And then shortly after that, he came out and visited me in Sacramento, and then we just became really good friends after that.
That's a number you definitely don't forget, 69.69, especially
Yeah,
if you're
I would
one.
drop like $69.69, like it's red panty night tonight, boys. So it's so stupid.
You're drunk, you had nothing else going on. I'm just gonna donate 69.69 to Alex.
Yeah.
For
I don't
shit
know.
and giggles.
I thought that was funny just to drop massive amount of money I didn't have as a drunk as fuck 23-year-old. I don't know. It was. I've grown up a lot since then. I was definitely just being a fucking idiot. But it got us. That's basically what kindled our friendship. And then once we hung out in person, our personalities basically what aligned me to fucking Prayer Poachers and Alex in the first place is we have similar mindsets, we have similar point of views, so when we finally met in person shortly after that, we just kind of clicked. And then
Yeah.
I continued doing his work, and then Jay needed an editor because all these guys need editors and everyone wants to edit for them, but Alex and Jay in the past have had editors where something doesn't go their way, they try to screw them over, they try to fucking delete all their shit, all this. So Jay needs someone he could trust, and Alex already met me in person. We got along real well. So then Alex was like, "Yo, you should have Dream Floral do your shit." I met him; he's cool. So then I started doing shit with Jay, and then yeah, I've just been doing shit for Jay and Alex for Alex for probably over a year and a half now, and for Jay probably about 7 to 8 months.
Yeah, I think that's as long as I've known you because I've started getting involved last summer when everybody's in quarantine. There was nothing to do, and Alex was one of first. It was Central Florida Polo. He was one of my first people that I would
Yeah,
start.
I used to donate a lot to him too.
Yeah, shout out to Polo. I know JDQ interviewed him the other day. He was an awesome guy. And I started following Alex too as well. Then that's why I found out about you and your videos and stuff like that. So as far as I've known, you've been Alex's editor, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted you to come on, just so people know you get to know you as a person outside of just being Alex's editor or Alex's camera guy. I just wanted to. I'm glad that you said that you want to come on so we can have this time, man.
Yeah, we miss Polo, Julie. Yeah.
Yes, I miss Polo.
Well,
He's
I
only
heard he wants to come back pretty soon. I mean,
Okay.
that's the last time I hung out with Alex. He was texting Alex saying he wanted to come back soon. So I don't know what he told JDQ, but from what I heard, he wants to come back soon enough.
That's good. He's on my Instagram, and I've seen him like a couple of his posts and stuff like that. He seems like he's completely happy, so I'm happy for him, man.
Yeah.
Chris, is this the crack in my screen, or do you have an ears pierced? No, I do not have an ears pierced, so that's a crack in your
Yours?
screen.
Chris got fucking gauges in his ear, dude.
No, no, no. I can promise you that's not the case.
You live in Ohio, right?
Uh-huh. No, I'm in Georgia, South Georgia. Have I met Ohio?
No, I thought you were in Ohio. Never mind.
No, I'm in Georgia, bro.
Gotcha.
Marissa asked what inspired the name Dream Floral. I was gonna ask that, but she beat me to it.
Well, my name used to be my original name, and then what happened? I started covering. So I started covering riots that were going on in Portland, and I had to change my name from my real name to a fake name because I knew I was going to get doxxed. And then came with Dream Floral. I guess I have a lot of flower tattoos, first of all, and I like the power of misconception. I like how on the outside I look at like a arts and crafts channel, but when you click on it, you're like, fucking holy shit! This guy is not my typical liberal YouTuber. So I don't know. I like the power of misconception. Once you click on the channel, you get blasted in the face pretty fucking hard. So I like that. And the fact that I had a lot of flower tattoos, I don't know. I thought of it in like 3 seconds. So yeah, I just stuck to it.
I think one of the first videos I saw was like you were something about like a letter from an ex-con in prison or something like that. You were
I was trying to do. I signed up for the Death Row something project, Death Row whatever. You sign up for this big old thing. You sign up to this project, and they assign you to someone who's on death row, and you basically become their pen pal. And it took like 3 weeks for them to finally assign me this guy he's in San Quentin. He's in San Quentin. It took him 3 weeks for me to assign this guy. So he sends me a letter, and he's like, "If you're not a woman with big tits, don't write back." So it's just like, I waited 3 fucking weeks for this shit. So that didn't go anywhere.
He wanted that conjugal busy, man. I mean,
yeah,
that's what he was there for, man.
Yeah. He wasn't having any of me. He wanted a woman with big tits, dude.
So that ended fast.
Yeah. So the president of that company actually emailed me. They're like, we saw that you made a video saying you were gonna do it, but then you never did. And then I explained to them the situation. And they're like, "Oh shit! Well, here, let us assign someone else to you." I was like, "Dude, it took like 3 weeks for you to assign me a person in the first place. I'm not waiting another 3 weeks. I honestly don't care about it anymore."
So you're not the end of that.
But that's also how I met Edward S., if you know him.
I know Edward, yes.
Yeah, he was really interested in that too. And he was trying to hook me up with people on death row without even going through the death row support project. So
that would just entail like them telling you the crimes that they committed, or what they just be talking back and forth?
You just become a pen pal for them for up to a year. And my big thing I was going to try to do was, because I was reading people who did it, right, under the reviews, are like, yeah, we did it for a year because a year-long commitment. Other people were like, after looking into this guy's crimes, I didn't want to do it anymore, but I had to. And I was just like, dude, well, I want to fucking write someone, find out their crimes, and make a fucking video about it, and then possibly even visit them in prison. But the whole thing just didn't work out. So
yeah, as much money or as much stuff you see on Netflix and stuff like that with the true crime documentaries, dude, you make a killing off something like that if you were to get in touch with.
Well, I'm surprised that was before I even did my riot chasing videos. So yeah, that was a long time ago. And then that didn't work out. So then that's when I saddled up and went to Portland and recorded out there. So
yeah. What's up, love? Thank you for stopping in. So the riot videos, what made you start doing that?
what originally happened was I was dating this broad, right? And it did not work out too well in its slightest. And the story is long and gruesome. And anyways, we didn't work out. So she moved out of my apartment, and I couldn't be in my apartment any longer. So I did this big ass road trip where I went from Sacramento. I traveled down to see my brother for like 2 days in San Diego. And from there, I went to Vegas, to Cedar City, Utah, to Salt Lake City, Utah. Stayed there for a week, to Montana, to across Idaho. I was doing this. I drove 6,000 miles in 1 week. I was doing this big, long road trip. And then, I wasn't paying attention to the news at all. So this whole George Floyd shit, I was not paying attention to it. And I was staying in Boise, and then my next stop, I had a hotel booked in Portland. So I was fucking driving into Portland blind, completely blind on what the fuck was going on. And I arrived to the city, and everything's on fucking fire. Cars are on fire, fucking Molotovs cars are getting attacked. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So then I'm like, dude, I'm not staying at my hotel's right there, and there's like a dead dude in the street. So I was like, fuck this, and I drove down to Medford, Oregon, and I stayed there, and then from there I went back to Sacramento. I was like, dude, I need to go back there with a video camera, because that was pretty, fucking insane. So I went back to the camera, back to Portland. Holy shit. That video that I made deserves a lot more views than it got, because, dude, I got a dead body on fucking camera. A dude shot fucking dead right in front of me. I got a main guy, Joey Gibson, who's the president of Patriot Prayer of Oregon, which is like a different, it's not the Proud Boys, but it's like a different organization similar. I got him being ransacked and attacked into a gas station. Dude, it was fucking huge. So after that, it was pretty fun going in and seeing, watching the news and seeing, and going in person, seeing legit a city on fire, like it was freaking Fallout, the video game. It was something to see with your own eyes,
So were you like? I know it freaked you out at first. Did it make you? They made you want to keep on doing more? Or?
It definitely did freak me out at first, especially because the first rally I ever showed up at, they didn't like the fact I had a camera out, and I got escorted out by like 6 white men in fucking black bloc, threatening to kill me if they ever saw me again. But then I ran to a girl on Lombard Street, which was a big riot area of Oregon, and we didn't know each other, but we clicked pretty well. And then we just, she has a big Twitter following. She's Miss Nobody on Twitter. We just started traveling together, and it's just like the duo is like Bonnie and Clyde going to these big, nasty areas, So we went to Portland twice with each other, and the shit of the shit. We went to fucking Washington, D.C. together in the worst of the worst areas, like, I don't know. It turned pretty fun,
So I know you said you've seen dead
I wouldn't
bodies.
do it alone. It's because I made a friend. I kept doing it. I wouldn't do it alone.
So how did you find about these riots? I mean, was it through the news, or you just like, okay?
No, I told you. I was driving through Portland.
No, I know about that one. I know about that one. I'm talking about the other ones, like the ones that you kept going to.
Oh, well, after I went to Portland, I drove through it, and I just planned a random weekend. And that random weekend, a lot of shit happened. So I planned a random weekend to go back, which was a great weekend. A lot of shit happened, including a fucking murder that happened right in front of me. And we just planned to go back another weekend after that. We didn't pick our dates specifically towards anything. So we picked another weekend, go back to Portland. It actually wasn't very eventful. But then Washington, D.C. started popping up. So we knew there was going to be a big, through insider information, we knew there was going to be a big violent altercation on December 12th. So we went out there. And that gets thrown into the shadows a lot, because a lot of the shit's like January 6th, January 6th, January 6th. December 12th is also very violent, So we went December 12th, and the fact how violent that time was that date was in Washington, D.C., we knew this January 6th. Like, dude, this is December 12th and it's this bad. Can you imagine January 6th?
Yeah,
So
man.
that's when we planned to go back January 6th. And that's the only video that I've ever made that ever made news, you know. Well, after, my December 12th video deserved it. My first Portland video deserved it. But only my January 6th has ever brought it went on Fox News. It went on HBO was hitting me up. Washington Post. Yeah, but
So you got noticed on the mainstream media? They were
yeah,
shouting you
I
out.
got my footage. There's a Fox News. I was put on Fox News that my video was being used. I actually wasn't too fond of this. I did not like this at all. News made put out a post that my video was being used to put someone in prison, which I wasn't too fond about, because with all the video footage that I had in December 12th of Antifa doing illegal shit in Portland, nobody ever. I even turned that into police. They didn't do that to turn anyone in over there. But when it comes to my December or 6th video, they were using that to put people in prison. So I actually wasn't too fond of that. I even got emails from the FBI over that video. I wasn't too fond of, but
So were they asking you for the footage itself, or what were they asking you? Just
the FBI.
Yeah.
The FBI was asking me if I was the sole recorder of that footage, and in which case I was like, yeah, fuck yourself. I didn't even respond. But it was only a matter of time, because my friends on Polish American Brotherhood, she's a YouTuber on here, Miss Nobody, these people getting hit. FBI was coming to their house seeing if they had beforehand knowledge that the riot was going to happen before it happened. Which, dude, everyone knew it was going to fucking happen. The FBI knew it was going to happen. But it was taking them. They were reaching out to all of my friends. Taylor Hanson's a big Twitter following. He was actually filming right there when that chick got shot inside the building. They were getting visits to their house of the FBI, and I was just like, dude, my friends got visited by the FBI. What the fuck? Like, it's only a matter of time till it's me. Finally, it was me. Just, which is scary. You don't ever want to get a visit or a phone call or an email.
Exactly. You don't want the FBI knocking on the door, especially if you got something that they want from them. They're gonna try to put the screws in you.
Yeah, but that's basically my riot chasing.
So, what's your story growing up? Like, how was your childhood and whatnot?
My childhood was, I'm not going to dip too hard into it, but it was pretty chaotic, to say the least. If I could describe it in one word, is fucking chaos. But I'm not disappointed. I'm not fucked up by it. It made me who I am today. It made me a ballsy motherfucker as I am today. So,
okay. I didn't know if you wanted to go into detail or talk about it. I just figured I'd ask, man.
Yeah, it was an experience.
Okay.
It was an experience. But
whatever the experience was, helped mold you into the person that you are now. Pretty much all you could say, right?
Yeah, it definitely. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where to go with that.
You're good, man. I don't want, if you don't feel comfortable talking about it, man, I don't want you to be in an awkward position by any means. I just didn't know.
It helped a lot, and throughout my life, I've grown a lot. Yeah, I don't know.
I just love to know how people got to be the way they are, man. A lot of our childhood.
Hell on earth. I was forged by iron and fire, bro. I don't know. Anyone that knows me personally, I'm a pretty fucking open person. Usually everyone that knows me knows my story. Generally, when it comes on saying it online over the internet, I kind of tend to not do that because, you know, I have family members still alive, so I can't, I can't throw anyone under the bus. My childhood was fucking chaos. That's all I'll say. It's chaos. It made me, and what helped me, it made me comfortable with chaos. The most chaotic situations, it kept my hands straight. Fucking shootings in front of me, fucking anything. It made me fearless in the end, and it took a long time to get to where I'm at today.
So how did that process go? How did that process go? Did you? So you don't have to talk about the whole situation.
Yeah.
But like, how did that process of you recovering go?
I don't know, man. I've always been a little bit of a troublemaker growing up. And then when I got into the military shortly after high school, I was still a troublemaker idiot. And then I got in a little bit too much trouble, and I had to grow up really fucking fast. And then I went to trade school, and I was fully on my own at this point, So it was really either I need to fucking grow up fucking homeless. So, I went to trade school. I made relationships with people. I got my first apartment, by myself without the military's help, or because military was paying for me before, not anymore. My first apartment in Northern California. I had some big blowouts, and then the number one thing that probably helped me was I finally saw. So after my manic episode, before I went and I traveled across the United States recording riots. The reason I did that was there was this big blowout that happened in my life. But anyways, I actually saw a psychiatrist for the first time in my life, which I never wanted to do. First of all, because I knew I was joining the military, and if you're joining the military, you don't want to see a fucking psychiatrist. That's your one-way ticket, not join the fucking military. And second of all, I wanted to be a cop. And once that was thrown out the window too, I finally saw a psychiatrist, and I got diagnosed with PTSD. And then once I was diagnosed with that, I fucking started taking Zoloft and Trazodone, and I took that for a year. It sucked. I gained a lot of weight on that fucking shit. But I just took it for a fucking year, and it just seems, as time went on, I got off of it after a year. It just seemed my brain rewired itself. I don't know. It's constantly gotten better as I got older in the first place. So, so I don't know.
Medication helps improve mindset and help you change things around, right? It's pretty much what you could say.
Say that what turns shit around?
The medication that you were on.
That, and I was already growing up too. Like when I got diagnosed, I knew I had PTSD at like fucking 16. But at the same time, it's been maturing within itself for a long time before that. So I knew I had it at like fucking 16 years old. I was told by therapists that I did. I never saw psychiatrists. I only saw therapists, which my father didn't know about. My mom had to do it behind his back. But they would always be like, yeah, I think he has a little bit of PTSD in him. But, as years went on, like 16 through 18 and then 19 through 21, 22, I've always naturally got better and better and better. And then finally, when I saw a psychiatrist at 24, 23 years old, they're like, yeah, you have PTSD. And I was like, well, you should have saw me fucking 3 years ago. But yeah, I've been naturally getting better on my own for a long time. And, but that medication did help a lot. It sucked because it did make me gain weight. And not only that, it has its other side effects I'm not going to get into, but
did that medication was it addictive? Something you had to
no, not at all. It wasn't addictive. I mean, you would have brain zaps if you missed a dose, but you wouldn't be like fucking sweating over it, So no, it wasn't addictive. It would just have weight gain was a big side effect. Shit. Yeah, I don't know. The rest of the side effects are like sexual side effects, so I don't really think I should get into
We'll just leave it at that.
that.
You know, the like the long list on the end of commercials. They talk about the side effects. It's like, why would I even take that if
Yeah.
that's completely doing? It completely does what against what you're saying, but whatever. It's funny though, like once you grow up, how fast you mature. Like I graduated out of, I moved out right out of high school, so I pretty much I had no choice but to mature and grow the fuck up because you had bills to pay and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
shout out to you, just changing things around, man. I'm proud of you for coming on here and you not necessarily, you know, you overcame what the situation was. So I'm who begged? Nobody
Yeah.
begged.
Well, it took a while. Even when I moved out on my own, I did a lot of stupid shit. You know, it
Mhm.
was after the stupid shit that I did when I was 19, 20 years old. I had to fucking, I had to figure it out really fast.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a different story when it comes to people. You know, when you're in a situation where you don't have to figure it out, you know, people drag it out for a long fucking time. But when you're in
Mhm.
situations where it's either live or die, fucking ride or die, you know, you don't really have a choice. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Those first few months, I got a reality check because I wasn't living with mommy and dad anymore. I had to figure out how to pay bills and rent was coming regardless. So you
Yeah,
gotta do what you gotta do, man.
that's true. Yep.
So I know you said you started with Alex. Do you have any aspirations to do your own catching?
Uh, no, not really. Um, I've been asked. I was like, no. Yeah, I'm pretty fine with what I do now. You know, just doing Jay's and Alex's shit. And then what I really do want to do, you know, it's not too hyped. The world, you know, is kind of on a decline right now with bullshit. So I did like the riot chasing shit. That is like the type of shit that I'd like to continue doing, but it's probably not going to pop up again until 2022 or 2024. But when it comes to predator catching, you
Yeah.
know, I'm fine just editing for Alex and Jay. When Alex comes, I mean, both times Alex came, I decoyed and caught fucking people for him. I don't fucking like it at all. I don't have the patience to sit around and talk to some fucking creeps. You know, it actually pisses me off. I don't have the fucking patience for it. Uh, but you know, it is fun when Alex comes out here and visits me, and we go out with each other. You know, I just couldn't see myself doing it by my own. I just don't have it in me. I don't, you know. And second of all, I have a temper from hell. So if I go out there in front of one of these guys and just one thing goes fucking slightly off, I'm gonna be in jail for beating some fucking ass. So it's not a good fit for me personally. I'm too
Have,
much of a hothead.
have you done it? Or I've seen you with Alex, like
I've
holding the
done it with
camera.
Alex twice. So the
Yeah.
both times that he visited me a year and a month ago, a year ago, and then he just visited me a few months ago, and then he's coming back again, I think up in August. But those are the only times I ever went catching, and I was with him. And I think there's one video in itself where it was the dude where he was holding up a sign. I almost beat the shit out of that guy like right off the fucking bat because he just put his hand towards my camera and I nearly lost my shit over it. You
Yeah.
know, it's just I'm too uh
Confrontation.
hostile to do that.
Yeah.
I'm too impulsive and hostile. I can't do it. And plus, you know, the few catches I did do for Alex, that sign guy, that one with him holding up the sign, I was actually the one messaging him too. You know, and it's just like I don't even like doing that. Like I don't have the patience. I don't have. I don't like. It ruins my day to fucking. You know, a lot of people are desensitized by it. Me, who reacts very impulsively, like it's very easy for my day to get fucking ruined. So me decoying for Alex a few times that I do, it's not fun for me because I just instantly my emotions are fucking and it just ruins my day like that. So it's really not a fucking, look for me. But I don't have any problem editing. It's just when I'm personally involved myself, I feel like it's like fight or flight, and I'm constantly want to fight. So
So what was your mindset whenever you were decoying? Was there a time when you had to like take a break and take a step back, or were
no,
you?
dude, fucking, I would be decoying for Alex, and then like he would notice that I'm like not doing it so much anymore, and then he'd take my phone and do it himself. I'm like, dude, fuck you, give me my phone back. But that's basically. So what would happen a lot of the times is I would catch them and I'd wheel them in within a few messages off the app, right?
Uh-huh.
And I would give them a phone number, which would be Alex's number, and be like, dude, you're fucking taking over, dude. Like, I'm done with this. Here, I reeled them in, and you fucking, you catch them, dude.
Yeah.
I would catch them on the apps, and then I would give them Alex's number, and he would go from there.
Okay. This I know not a lot of people know about the behind the scenes, but describe that process. So like once Alex catches or Jay catches, like what do you step in? You just edit and send it off to them, or?
Generally, I mean, it depends. I mean, 'cause the only time I'm ever behind the camera is when Alex comes to Northern California or when he comes to the Western side, actually. The last time I saw Alex, he flew into Seattle. I fucking drove from fucking Sacramento to Seattle to fucking pick that motherfucker up. It was a long fucking drive. And not only that, I have a dog. So I had to, and my mom lives in SoCal. So I had to drive halfway down to SoCal and to a meeting spot, drop my dog off with my mom, and drive all the way up to fucking Seattle. It was a fucking shit show. I mean, it's fun, but generally, I just edit. I edit and I advise. I'm a big yeah. I'm an advisor basically. So that's basically what I do. So
Yeah.
I don't do much other than that. And I don't want to. So unless they're coming to visit me, in which case Jay is coming to visit me at the end of the next month. And Alex is supposed to, both Alex and Jay, they're not even planning it out together, but what they're telling me is they're both going to be here in Northern California at the same time. I'm just like, I haven't told either of them that because I don't,
Come on.
I know whatever they say, not to hold them, it's a 50-50, but
Yeah.
according to them, right now they're supposed to be in Sacramento at the same time at the end of August.
So it's gonna go down at the end of August.
Yeah.
I was, and I see that's going to look crazy. My mods, Jen, I got your back 100%. Don't worry about people attacking you. What's up, CC Unit? I don't know if that's the real CC Unit or not,
Yeah, I
but
don't know if that is either. He was supposed to stay with me his last trip to Sacramento. He was supposed to stay in my apartment. He literally came the one day I told him I was busy. Like he told me 2 weeks beforehand, I'm coming to Sacramento, man. Can I stay with you? I was like, yes, just don't come on this specific fucking day.
Eddie
It's 2
comes
weeks
on that
advance.
day.
And next thing I know, I get a text that morning, yo, dude, I'm being up tonight. I could stay, right? And I was like, bro, like I told you 2 weeks ago, this was the one and only day you couldn't come up. But whatever.
Shout out to CC Unit. JDQ will be interviewing him next Saturday at 9 o'clock. You guys want to stay and watch that for sure. But thank you for stopping in, man. If that really is you, it means a lot that you would come in here and show me some love.
That's probably JDQ. I doubt that was CC Unit.
And they said he had a check mark, so it might. I don't know. I'm
I
on
can't
StreamYard.
tell.
Yeah, I'm
Fuck
on StreamYard, so I can't tell one way or another. But if it is, man, that's awesome.
it.
So, what are your plans for the channel, your channel in the future?
I don't know, actually. I think I want someone else to take it over who's a lot more personable than me.
Mm-hmm.
Go from there. It's a monetized channel. It's all this, all that. If anything, I guess what my dream would be is to like turn it into something like the Daily Wire, but like be all shit that people are actually fucking interested in about.
Yeah.
kind of manage it on the outside. So at the most part, I think the next step is looking for someone to take it over and actually be the face and be almost like the YouTuber Polish American Brotherhood, and
Mm-hmm.
someone like her to fucking take over the channel and then just skyrocket it. I got it to the point A to point B. I could manage shit. I'm smart. I have the leadership fucking mentality. I know how to run shit. Just have someone take over and fucking.
That's cool, man. Be on the lookout for that. So you just don't want to do YouTube as a whole anymore, or are you just looking to do something else?
Uh, I mean, yeah, I'd like to be honest with you, my biggest dream, what I want to do is I want to be a writer at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been very good at writing. I went to college for one semester uh, before I joined the fucking shit show in the military. And in my English class, I scored 108%, in my English 101 class. I've always been very good at literature. Um, Even, when I was in high school, when I acted like a complete prick, teachers pulled me aside in my they'd say, "Holy fuck, bro! Like, why do you act one way and write this way?" Like, it totally, confused the shit out of them. Ultimately, I'd like to be a writer. When it comes to YouTube, I'd like to have a presence. I'd like to have some right wing outlet with power. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the person to have the face to do that. I have the grit. I have the leadership. I have the fucking energy to be behind it. Generally, when it comes to me behind the camera, a lot of the times I get my own self in trouble. I, you know, so I don't know. I'd like to run something right wing based, and I just shouldn't be the face of it, to say the least. I've been pretty good tonight, actually. I've been on a pretty good behavior. It's because I have respect for you, Chris. Generally, I'm a raging lunatic,
Thank you.
but
Thank you, man. I appreciate the love, man. And you've always, like I said tonight, we've always got along. I've never had any problems with you whatsoever. So when you reached out to me, you were actually one of the first persons to reach out and give a positive feedback on my first interview. So that meant a
yeah, I
lot.
thought you did a really good job. I don't know who
It
was
was
the interview.
punks. It was punks. That was like my very first interview.
Yeah. No,
Back.
you did. You actually surprised me. When I saw you, because I knew you through Prayer Poachers. Because I like to know all the guys, all the old timer Prayer Poacher fans. I like to get to know.
Hmm.
Yeah, it actually surprised me how pretty good your interviewing skills were. So yeah, that's why I messaged you that. It was who was it for? Punks.
It was punks. That was my very first interview, and yeah, that was a rough. I mean, because it was my first interview, I felt it was. But for you to give me that positive feedback meant a lot to me. So
Yeah, I was. It was. You actually surprised me, dude. Like I was actually a little bit. Uh, I don't know. Blown away is a little bit too much. I was impressed. I
thank
was
you.
impressed how good you were, how good you handled yourself, and how good you could keep the conversation going. And you made it seemed as if the interviewer, it was just fluent, like a fluent conversation. You did a good
Mhm.
job doing that. So yeah.
And that's what
I
I.
don't give compliments out fucking, like easily either. So.
I get a little flustered here. Getting me all a little blushing over here. I appreciate that. It's something I've always loved to do. I've thought about doing this for about a year, and I was like, you know what? Why not? Why, what do I have to lose? So I
Yeah.
started doing it, and the next thing you know, so I appreciate any love and feedback that I get. I've listened to a lot of podcasts over the years, and I've always thought that'd be something I like to do. But listening to one and doing one are two completely different things, as you know.
Yeah.
It's
No,
easy,
you do
different.
a very good job. You do a lot better job than I would interviewing people. You're pretty damn good. And then I liked you. And then you did your story. You made a video on that, so I respected that. So
Yeah. For those that haven't checked it out, it was one of my first videos. I talked about my story. I wanted to get that out of the way so other people could come on and share their
Yeah.
experiences. So
You
that's
should. It would have been weird if you were kept having people tell their story and you haven't said a lick about you. So
yeah,
you
yeah.
needed to get it out of the way quick.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to get out of the way first and foremost. I mean, people know me, but they didn't know really about me. So I wanted to do that to be my first video I ever did, and then I have other people because I don't want me being on here every week. To me, that'd be boring and redundant. I want other people to have a platform, and that's why I said I have no problem with anybody in the community coming on, yourself included.
Yeah.
Like I said, I have no beef with anybody, so my my channel's not about that. So
No, I respect that. I was actually anticipating. I thought there would be a lot more drama involved in this video, but I guess not. So
no, I
good
made
job
it.
on everyone.
Yeah, I made it a point the other night on my stream. I pretty
It's
much
the respect they have for you that they're not fucking getting involved, not me. But
and
it's
no, I mean it is what it is. I pretty much gave my mods full permission to do whatever's necessary. It's gone a little crazy, but it's not too bad. I've got full faith in my mods to take care of business if need be. So, like I said, I had no favorites towards anybody, so I'm not gonna have drama involved in here.
yeah.
No beef of veal. I don't know what that means, but all right, JDQ, later, buddy. So if anybody has any questions for Dream Floral, go feel free to ask.
Yeah. Otherwise, we're gonna wrap it up.
What's your do you like you big into music, like heavy metal music?
Yeah, I am. But I'm not, dude. I'm like weird. I don't like artists, as in I like songs. I don't like artists, and I don't really pay attention to whoever the fuck. But I do like heavy metal music. I like heavy, dark trap rap music. Anything with screaming in it that's completely like basically fucking pounding two trash bins into each other, obnoxious. Yeah, I am.
So were you one of those emo kids whenever you're a kid, dressing all black and listen to My Chemical Romance and
I had a phase probably around eighth grade, yeah, and around ninth grade I started playing high school football, so that left pretty goddamn fast. But yeah, I probably did. Yeah, I did. But
so did you join the Black Parade?
I most certainly hope not. What about movies, dude?
Oh,
Because
I
we were
thought
asking this other dude about Star Trek. I'm not a big, because I think you're a big sci-fi fan. I am a big sci-fi fan, but I'm not into Star Trek or Star Wars.
no, I'm not big into Star Trek or Star Wars. I'm more of an action comedy fan.
Gotcha.
Those are my genres. I like the old like Tommy Boy, Dumb and Dumber, Happy Gilmore, the old school Adam Sandler stuff. That's more my jam.
I like sci-fi, and I read, I think Punks South Carolina said it or something. You were
Yeah,
asking
yeah.
Wars and Star Trek. I don't like them. I like Alien movies and Blade Runner and the Terminator movies and stuff like that. I generally don't like us like Disney bullshit.
You're
Star Wars, Star Trek. The average.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're not big into Frozen or
Yeah, no, that's my shit, bro. Fuck off.
I want to build a snowman. So you like how do you feel about they keep on remaking the Terminator movies and shit like that?
It's stupid, dude. I like the original ones with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Other than that, I don't care. Like, dude, fuck, man. I just rewatched Blade Runner, the original one with Harrison Ford, and the soundtrack is so fucking dope, dude. It's like 1940s like LA noir music, but they're like throwing sci-fi syncs into it. It's like holy shit, dude. And I was watching the new Blade Runner, and I see the people writing in the comments, dude, the soundtrack is so dope. The soundtrack is so dope. I'm like, no, dude, the original Blade Runner soundtrack is
Back in the day,
fucking
man.
insane. It's jazzy, and they're playing these fucking sci-fi syncs in the middle of the jazz, dude. Just
Yeah.
like, get the fuck out of here.
That's what I hate about all these. Like, they can't think of a new concept. They gotta keep recreating the movies that we grew up on. Like,
Yeah.
why? Just keep it like it is. Like I know they're remaking what was that movie? They're making another Halloween or Friday the 13th. I'm like, why? Yeah.
Dude, the 80s and 90s versions were the best, dude. And it's just, I don't have room for woke Hollywood to take over this shit.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch, fucking anything else.
Punk South Carolina had a question. He wants to know what your favorite food is.
Seafood, anything
Seafood?
seafood related.
So are you like do you like the all you can eat shrimp at Red Lobster?
Generally, I like fucking lobster, dude. Lobster and butter. That's. But I'm a big sushi fan. Generally, anything seafood. I used to be a big uh, octopus fan. Calamari. I liked everything seafood. I stopped eating octopus, and the reason being is octopus. Like I didn't know this, but they're like smarter than fucking dolphins. They're one of the smartest animals on this planet behind humans. So after that, I stopped eating octopus and squid. But after that, anything seafood related, I fucking love, dude.
See, I like seafood. I'm not big into shrimp, but I like raw lobster. I like fish and stuff like
I
that.
don't like fucking crawfish. That shit's nasty. You go to these crawfish restaurants and they just dump this shit right in front of you, and sauce is like overflowing off the table, and you're like dipping your fucking hands into slop. I don't like that type of shit. But
I had to be in the mood for it. It's not something we have tons of those type of restaurants around, but I had to be in the mood for it. I can't just go randomly eat it.
yeah.
Let me see if there's any other questions before we wrap things up.
That was fun, dude. It went by fast.
I know, man. It didn't feel like an hour, man. So
yeah, like how I complimented you before because you were really good at interviewing people. It just went into a smooth conversation. You actually have an act for it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man. It's only going to get better, man. I'm just like I said. I'm giving people a mouthpiece. Do you have any shows that you're watching on Netflix or anything else right now?
Me on Netflix?
Yeah, just something to kill time.
I don't know. I'm rewatching. I don't watch Netflix, but I've been rewatching the whole Alien universe right now. So I watched the first two Predators. Did you know Blade Runner is involved in the fucking Alien universe? I did not know that. So I watched the Blade Runner series, Soldier with Kurt Russell, which is a side quill to Blade Runner. I just rewatched that. So, dude, I'm a big fan of the Alien and Predator fucking, saga. So,
Yeah,
the two Predators.
that's not my jam, but I'll take your word for it. Somebody else had a question, and then we'll wrap things up. Joey Beans asked if you smoke buds.
I do not smoke weed. If I could, I'd probably be a fucking major pothead. I'm a lot better now than I was before. It used to cause me fucking hella panic attacks, but now it just makes me slumped, and I like to be alert at all times. So it makes me really uncomfortable when I'm not aware of my surroundings. And what weed does, it makes me just like,
Yeah,
I don't want to talk and I don't want to do anything. And it makes me really uncomfortable because I'm really alert at all fucking times. So when that fucking, it's just, it makes me anxious within itself that I'm not on top of my shit. What's up, Tom? But,
Tom, what's up, buddy? I've never smoked weed. That's never been my thing. I've drank.
The only times I smoke weed is when I'm with my friends down Southern California and they completely peer pressure me into doing so. And I have to be drunk off my ass because otherwise I won't do it. And I will do it, especially when I'm fucked up. But I never like it. And you're never going to see me. I have never gone out and actively bought weed in my life. So I've never gone out and got weed on my own. Every time I've ever smoked because someone fucking put it in my hand and fucking asked me to do so. But generally, I do not like weed.
Yeah, I have nothing against it because now things are coming out as the pros to smoking weed. It's just never been my thing. So it's not, like I said, to each their own. I'll never smoke weed. I don't know what that means, Dragonfly. But is there anything else you want to say before we wrap things up, man?
No, I just want to thank everyone for tuning in. It's good to see Tom here. Hey Jen, it's good to see Dead Twist here. It's good to see Rod, Dead Twist, and Tom. They're coming to be pretty close friends of mine in the YouTube community. So it's cool to see them here. And then I want to thank you, Chris. You're a really good interviewer. It went smooth.
Yeah, man.
I think you're gonna grow and do great and big things. I'm sure after me going on here, Alex and Jay is going to want to go on here because they're going to see how smooth it went on with me. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch that.
Alex has already reached out to me. He wants to come on sometime down the road, so we're gonna make it happen. It's just a matter of getting scheduled together and whatnot. But thank you for coming on, man. I appreciate the love and support, and for you being able to come on and tell your story, man.
We'll do this again a year from now.
Exactly. We're definitely gonna have a part two. There's other people that I have lined up.
1 year from now.
Exactly. 1 year when you're writing for your next TV show, and
I'm not like tweaking out.
all right.
Yeah.
Thank everybody for coming on and showing some love to me and Nathan. Subscribe to Dream Floral if you haven't already. Subscribe to his channel. Follow him on Instagram as well.
Constantine is a good guy too.
I love Cons. He's a good guy. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock, I will be interviewing a survivor. She wishes to remain anonymous, so I will be interviewing her tomorrow. Just out of respect for her, I'm going. She's going to remain anonymous, but I'm looking forward to that. I want everybody to have a wonderful night. Much love to each and every one of you, and later.
See ya. See you, Chris.
Later.